Also tonight, an international drug ring operating right here in Louisville. Agents seized meth and fentanyl along with more than 100 guns as part of a massive operation. 22 people have been indicted. 16 are from Louisville. Addie Miners joins us now live from the federal courthouse downtown with more details. Addie?
Rick, more than 150 pounds of meth and fentanyl, as well as 120 guns, were seized as part of this year-long operation. And while officials say these indictments are significant, there are more to come.
As a part of these investigations, I can announce that Louisville is safer.
Kyle Bumgarner, the newly appointed U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Kentucky, announced Tuesday that 2 investigations uncovered a transnational drug ring in Louisville. State, local, and federal investigators worked together to seize drugs, guns, and indict 22 people. Agents confiscated more than 60 pounds of methamphetamine, 88 pounds of fentanyl in both powder and pill form, plus 120 guns.
And as these cases show, Kentucky and Louisville is certainly not immune to the reach of these criminal organizations, which really thrive on addiction and profit on other people's pain.
22 people in total, 16 in Louisville and 6 in California, have been charged with drug trafficking and firearm trafficking as a result. More than a third of those guns were confirmed to have been stolen, according to John Noakes of ATF Louisville.
This began as a narcotics trafficking case, but quickly evolved into a broader, more intricate investigation involving gang activity and firearms offenses. Investigators uncovered that gang members based in California were actively involved in exchanging stolen firearms for narcotics here in Louisville.
Since the case is ongoing, investigators were not able to disclose what country the drugs were coming from. But they say there is more to uncover in this case and that more indictments are expected.
Let these indictments be a warning to anyone in Louisville that wishes to poison our streets. We're coming.
Now, this case was handled by the Kentucky Homeland Security Task Force, which is a new initiative under the Trump administration's Operation Take Back America. It requires each state to create a task force and bring together local officials like the DEA, the FBI, the ATF, and local law enforcement to investigate cases like this one. I'm told Kentucky's Homeland Security Task Force will be housed in the FBI's Louisville field office. Live in downtown Louisville, I'm Addie Miners, WLKY News.
All right, thanks, Addie. And as she mentioned, 42 of those 120 seized guns were reported stolen. John Noakes of ATF Louisville says that stolen guns are a major contributor to crime in Louisville. And the most common place that criminals are getting guns is by stealing them from cars. So officials are urging the public to practice safe gun ownership. Always lock them up, never leave them in a car, and be sure to record the serial number as well as make and model. So if it is stolen, it can be tracked.